What's up, everybody? This is Dusty Rose, the American Dream, and it's hard times today in America, and you can help out Adam and Tyler Wood by subscribing today, baby. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Adam and Tyler World. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, and subscribe. I do appreciate it greatly. This is the Hell in a Cell results video. We did the predictions video, of course. Now we got the results. This is a little bit later than usual. Usually I do it on Sunday night, but I was out of the country defending my United States Championship belt against Rey Mysterio in Mexico. We had two matches. He won the first one, as you see. He's excited that he won the belt. And then we had a rematch the following day in which I won it back. So I am still your United States champion because Shinsuke Nakamura will not defend it. So let's get into the match, shall we? Match number one, it was for the Smackdown Live Tag Team Championship. It was the New Day versus Rusev Day. Nothing too crazy happened in this match. There was a lot of back and forth. In the end, you had Aiden English getting pinned, and Rusev tried to help him, but Big E was holding him back, so he couldn't get in there and break up the pinfall. So the New Day are still your SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions, which is good and bad because I'm a big fan of the New Day, but I really want Rusev Day to win the tag team titles. And now there's going to be a little bit of friction and confrontation probably on SmackDown. Who knows? It stinks because I want Rusev Day to do good. New Day's already established, is what I'm saying. New Day's established. Everybody knows they're a great tag team. Let's give Rusev Day a little bit of shine right here. Just polish them up, dust it off, turn them sideways. No, I'm kidding. And then they can be tag team champions, and then it makes them look good too. But I guess not this time. Match number two. This wasn't for any title. It was Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton in a Hell in a Cell match. There was only two Hell in a Cell matches. This was the first, and to me, this was match of the night. These guys whooped up on each other. Check out Randy Orton's back after the match, and he won. He got a chunk of his leg taken off. Like, like during the match, he was probably fine. He had his adrenaline pumping, but ooh, a couple hours later, it was hurting, I bet. Because I've torn meat off of me before, skateboarding and stuff like that, and it is no bueno. Sorry, it's the Spanish coming out of me going to Mexico. This was definitely match tonight in my opinion. I could be wrong. Tell me in the comments below. At one point they had the chair, they hit each other, and then what's his name? Randy Orton took Jeff Hardy's Hot Topic belt from him. I guess you could buy the Hot Topic, and just started whooping up on him. Then the worst part was when Jeff Hardy was on the ground and Randy Orton went out there and got a toolbox. They've never been a toolbox ever. He goes out there and looks around like, alright, look at this screwdriver. As soon as you see the screwdriver, you know exactly what he's going to do. He can't legally stab him in the match. What has he been doing? He's been dealing with these big old giant holes that Jeff Hardy has in his ears because he has the gauges. Like, first of all, that is the ugliest thing modern people do. It's worse than face tattoos. Let's be honest with you. Face tattoos stink. Getting these gauges, and then it just looks so nasty. Like I said, once again, a Hot Topic reference. So you see all those people Hot Topic that work there, they all have the gauges. Like, hey man, if you buy 2 shirts, you get the 3rd one free. Yeah, that's fine, but can you get away from me with that giant gaping hole in your ear? Oh, and it's in the other one too. Awesome, you're a freak. So he sticks it in his ear and starts twisting it slowly. I said, he rotated it once. I was like, all right, cool, that's fine. You're not gonna rip it off. But then he twisted around a second time, like, you're going to actually mess up, and you're gonna tear his ear off, and it's just gonna be just hanging off. And that's why I don't like that stuff. It's too disgusting. We don't live in Africa where you got the big dishes in your teeth and everything. You got the things on your neck. Leave that for somewhere else, okay? If you want to live like that, go live in Africa, but don't bring that stuff around here where I gotta eat within 24 hours of seeing you looking like that. Jeff Hardy did the Swanton Bomb onto Randy Orton with a chair on Randy Orton's chest. I think that's somewhere where Randy Orton got that tear in his leg. Like, that still hurt. Like I said, that hurt both of them on that one. Probably Jeff Hardy more because he landed on it. At the end of the match, Jeff Hardy got up on the ladder, and he's gonna frog splash off the little one over the big one and onto the table where Randy Orton was at. But he's like, oh, I might hit my head. So he gets up top of the cage, starts hanging, and he starts swinging. I thought he was going to do like a Swanton Bomb or something, like do a flip and land on him. But Randy Orton moved out of the way, and then Jeff Hardy let go, and he went through the table. And then the ref's like, oh my gosh, he's dying, which that wasn't the worst thing that happened to him. I still think the chair from the Swanton Bomb would be much worse, in my opinion. I could be wrong. So then the paramedics like, oh, get some, or the ref's like, get the paramedics down here, get the paramedics down here. And Randy Orton's like, pin him, let me pin him. He's like, no, just let me pin him. And finally lets him pin him. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton wins. Yeah, like I said, that was a heck of a match. I wouldn't be surprised if they're both out for a little while. Like I said, especially Jeff Hardy. He's probably got something injured already and he needs to get fixed. So it's like, hey, let's kill him and he can take 3 months off. What? Yeah, but like I said, that was definitely match of the night for Hell in a Cell, without a doubt. Match number 3, it was for the Smackdown Live Women's Championship. You got Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. I noticed at the very beginning, Becky had a little bit of razor rash where she shaved her armpits. No big deal, but I just did notice that. If you want to go back and watch it, trust me, it happened. Becky kept going after Charlotte's arm, of course, because she has the disarmor as her special, but that didn't come into play at the very end. There was one cool spot where Charlotte Flair tried to do a moonsault, and then Becky Lynch rolled her into a disarmor, but then Charlotte picked her up and powerbombed her. That was a decent move. At the very end, Becky reversed, I think, looked like a spear into a roll-up, into a pin. She pinned her 1, 2, 3, and new SmackDown Live Women's Champion. I'm so happy for Becky. I said this shows that, hey, I'm not in your shadow no more. But they could always reverse it, make it be like, hey, you just got lucky that time, and then Charlotte just beats her, and then Becky's irrelevant. So we don't know what's going to happen. But as of right now, your SmackDown Live Women's Champion is Becky Lynch. It was cool at the end. Becky Lynch was standing there, and Charlotte tried to shake her hand, and Becky's like, nah, I'm good. I'm out. You're not going to take my spotlight. And she left in a good heel form, which still wasn't even a heel form, because like I said, if you've been thrown into somebody's shadow, like, hey, you're not as good as me, and you finally get the chance to prove it, and you do, you're not a heel. Like I said, like Dolph Ziggler used to say, it's not showing off if you can prove it, or something like that. Something like that. But either way, happy for Becky Lynch. Good job for you, Becky. Match number 4, this was for the Raw Tag Team Championship. It was Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler versus Seth and Dean. First off, I did not want Seth and Dean to win this one because they weren't even defending the Intercontinental Championship. Or I mean Seth. So there's one less match right there. We already don't have the United States Championship being defended, so I have to defend it in Mexico against the legend Rey Mysterio. This is an okay match, nothing too crazy at the end. Drew McIntyre gave Seth Rollins a Claymore kick while he was trying to do the Falcon Zero. Pins in 1, 2, 3. And still your Raw Tag Team Champions, Drew and Dolph. This match kind of set the pace for the main event, because if Seth and Dean would have won and then Roman would have won, then you'd have the Shield having all the belts, because they have the Intercontinental belt, the Tag Team belts, and the Universal Championship. That would stink, because you're clogging up too many storylines into one storyline. You know what I mean? They could have whoever, I don't know, name somebody on Raw, they could be fighting for the Intercontinental Championship, but they can't, because Seth has it, and then you have the Tag Team Championships and all kinds of craziness. So I'm actually very glad that Seth and Dean didn't win. I really wish Dolph and Drew weren't Tag Team Champions either. Like I said, so someone else could be going for it, whether it's the B Team or whatever. They could at least be on the pay-per-view, but they're not. Match number 5, it was for the WWE Championship. It was AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. This is a pretty good match. So they've had several matches in their past. They just had a match at the last pay-per-view. Something cool was when AJ Styles got Samoa Joe up on his shoulders and had him in the torture rack, and he kind of dropped him into, I guess they call it a torture bomb, which shows a lot of strength on his part, because he's a small dude, and AJ Styles was able to pick him up, even though Samoa Joe is a massive dude. So props up to you, AJ, for picking up that big mofo. At the end, AJ Styles got in the coquina clutch, but then he rolled over and he pinned Samoa Joe. And of course, there's always controversy, because if nobody wins, baby, Dusty Rhodes, he's the American Dream. But that's what Dusty Rhodes always said, nobody wins. So he rolls him up and he pins him 1, 2, and after the 2, you can see on one side AJ Styles tapped, but the referee, of course, didn't see it, so you had the controversy. So the ref only saw the 3 count. So AJ Styles and still your WWE Champion Samoa Joe not. So they're, of course, going to have a rematch. Like I said, I don't know what they're going to do. The crowd was not happy. I mean, people love AJ, but they also wanted Samoa Joe to win, so you could tell they're like, come on, like, You can only jerk around people so much, and I said, and I did that with this match, and like Samoa Joe, he's gonna win, and he did, but he didn't. So it's always weird when they do stuff like this. I know it's like, ooh, makes it exciting. You don't know what's gonna happen, but there's There's exciting, you don't know when it's going to happen, and then there's like, you're just like blue balling us. And that's exactly what WWE was doing with that match. And they've done it several times, and they will continue to do so until the end of time. Match number 6, you got Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella versus The Miz and The Mrs. or Maryse. This is an alright match. I said Miz and Daniel Bryan are decent workers. Maryse not. Maryse is even worse than Brie, and Brie's not that good, to be honest with you. Whatever. There was a bunch of yes kicks and it kicks and all kind of gimmick thingies like that. But at the end, Brie was going to pin Maryse. Then Maryse flipped around, grabbed her tights, I believe, and then pinned her 1, 2, 3. So they won. I thought this was kind of weird because I guess they're just going to keep building up for Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella, kind of like when Daniel Bryan couldn't beat other people, and then he finally got to WrestleMania, and then he won it all at WrestleMania 30. So maybe they're just going to keep doing that. I don't know, because I said Daniel Bryan lost the last time to Miz because he cheated, and this time they lost because Maryse cheated. So eventually Daniel Bryan and Brie are going to win, but it's going to have to be on a big stage. I hope it's not like on like a small show, like the Australian Super Show or whatever it is they're calling it now. Who knows? But this storyline's kind of drizzled out. Like I said, they should have the IC title on this one. That's what they should have. They should have Miz on there. Like, oh, if Miz wins, then he keeps the IC belt. If he loses, Daniel Bryan keeps the belt. That's what they should do. Match number 7 was for the Raw Women's Championship. Oh, man. Ronda Rousey. Good job on you. Yes, I figured it out. If you like Ronda Rousey in WWE, you cheer for sore losers. That's it. That's all there is to it. That's what you like in a winner. You like someone who loses something and then goes on and just pushes everybody else down. I said, I told him this way too many times, so I'm not going to go on much more. But in the end, Ronda won. I said the two most exciting parts of this match wasn't even the match. It was the fact that Alicia Fox looked like a chandelier, and Mickie James, the way she was able to move around, even though she had those giant heels on, when they caught Alexa, like, oh, and then and then they fell back. And then when Ronda towards the end grabbed her, threw her head into the turnbuckle, and then she fell off the stairs in heels. Like I said, I've never even worn heels, but from what I've been told, they're very hard to walk in. So, Mickie James, you get the performance of that match, not Ronda, not Alexa. Ronda, of course, during the match, she was trying to talk to him, make fun of him. Of course, she was messing up. She was at one point, after she threw Alexa Bliss into Mickie James and Alicia Fox, she's like, with friends like that, with enemies. With friends like that, who needs enemies? Ha, I got you. And then she tried something else in the match. I don't remember what it was. Just dumb. But Ronda's got the belt. She's going to keep the belt. I don't know if they're going to do a natty feud next, because I said her and Alexa are pretty much done, I guess, because Alexa's already lost twice clean to her, even though she had 2 people on her side and Ronda only had Natalya on her side. But we shall see. But until then, Ronda is your Raw Women's Champion. Match number 8. This was the main event. It was for the Universal Championship. You had Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns. Braun Strowman, of course, cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase. He didn't cash in at an opportune time. He waited. It's like, hey, I'm not going to do this like all those other babies. I'm going to do this. I'm going to tell you ahead of time because I'm a real man, which is respectable. But of course, WWE's the ones in charge of that, and they're just ruining Braun Strowman because, you only get one Money in the Bank, so, who's to say he's going to get a rematch? They're probably going to do a triple threat now after watching the match, but we'll get into that later. So, at the very beginning of the match, before the match even started, Roman had the belt. He's like, hold on, yeah, I'm the Universal Champion, and Braun took it away from him. That was cool. It shows, hey, I don't care what championship you have right now, it's going to be mine at the end of the night, even though it wasn't. Back and forth, it was all right. It was pretty brutal at the very beginning of the match, but then it didn't really pick up, of course, until Drew and Dolph come out there, and they're trying to get in and help Braun, and then, of course, Seth and Dean run out. They start beating them up. They climb up the side of the cage, or the Hell in a Cell, whatever you want to call it. Fight around up there a little bit, and I said, it's always cheesy when they do that, and I'm always scared when they're up there, because I'm like, how secure are those things? You just had 500 pounds just slam onto one of those things. What's to keep them from breaking on one side, and then somebody slips out, whee, and then you're dead. Fall on your head, break your neck. It's over. Why? For a match that you weren't even in? Then, of course, before that, though, they pulled all the stuff off the tables, and then Dolph starts trying to climb down, and Seth follows him. They start battling back and forth, and of course, you know exactly what's going to happen. You got 2 guys on the side, 2 tables that are cleared. What could happen? Oh, yeah, maybe the same thing that happened to Seth and Dean like a year ago or 2 years ago, the same thing. They both hit each other, then, they bonsai drop off the side, and then boom, they both go through. And then right after that, you hear, dun, 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 and everybody's like, yeah! Brock Lesnar! Even though I hated him 4 weeks ago, that's what they were all thinking. Like, I still like Brock Lesnar, even though he's about as big as me now. He's going to have trouble with Daniel Cormier, I'm telling you. He's going to get his butt whooped. Those steroids were nice to Brock. Anyway, then Brock comes out. He's trying to get in the cage. They won't let him, so he kicks the door open. Then he walks up the side of the door into the cage, starts beating Braun and Roman with the table. Boom! 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 Just shattering everywhere, every which way. And, yeah, people are just chanting, Suplex City. He grabs Braun, picks him up, F5s him. It's more like an F3, because that was not a whole F5. He just kind of, once again, he's not on the roids, so he's not as strong. Then he picks up Roman, F5s him onto Braun. Then he just like, peace, I'm out. And notice he was wearing just a black shirt, not any kind of F5 or the Beast is back or anything like that, which wasn't on accident. I don't know if maybe WWE's like, hey, wear this shirt. They're like, nope, you're not paying me as much and I want some hype, so I'm going to wear a black shirt. Who knows? Maybe Dave Meltzer will let us all know. But of course, at the end, they're like, match is over, no winner, which is stupid because it's no disqualification. They should be able to just continue on, but of course, they got to keep the belt on Roman. I don't know what they're going to do next because it could do a triple threat with Brock, Braun, and Roman, which would, I don't know. I think we've seen that one before. Either way, if Roman's the champion, yay! Man, I don't even know what to say anymore about WWE. It was an alright pay-per-view. I said I missed it. I had to watch it a little bit last night and a little bit today because I flew in from Mexico. Yep, let's get into who got the predictions. And the winner with a perfect score. So the last match didn't count because Roman didn't win and Braun didn't win. But the perfect score was the Black Panther himself, T'Challa. Congratulations, buddy. I was thinking about doing something different. I don't know how many people are watching this video up to this point, but comment below. Let me know what you think. I'll talk about it in another video. I'm thinking about having you guys send in a video of your. You'll email me just a real quick 10 to 20 second video of your I don't know how you say it, award acceptance of winning the championship or winning the predictions, and then I'll post it on here on the predictions and on the results video, just like this one. But yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you everybody for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, and subscribe. I do appreciate it greatly. And until next time, peace.